Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. And today I would be talking about mutual fund investments, direct or regular. And I have not spoken about this topic from quite a few weeks now. The reason I have come up and I wanted to make a video is also because there have been a lot of speculations around in the market. Many YouTubers are actually suggesting to get out of mutual funds and bankings and NBFCs and whatnot. So I also thought this would be a good way and also give you an introduction of how the markets are behaving. So as you would have witnessed, as of now 21st of October 2018, there is a panic there in the markets, and a lot of traders and investors are worried about the volatility of the situation right now. The very first thing you have to understand is mutual fund is not a quick rich scheme. And this I have spoken again and again and again. And especially in the last 2 years, when the mutual fund boom, or people started getting more information about mutual funds, especially after demonetization, people have become more aware of mutual funds. However, right after demonetization, we witnessed a heavy rally in Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Indian stock markets in general, due to which you would see a lot of hype in mutual funds. And it didn't show the dark side too. The dark side is nothing but you need to be a long term investor, nothing but a long term investor, where there will be lots of ups and downs. But over a period of time, when it comes to 10 years, 20 years, it will provide much better returns than any other traditional plans or even ULIPs. Okay, I have compared ULIPs and ELSS funds in one of my other videos. You can actually go through it. But here I would be talking about why you should not stop your SIPs or systematic investment plans. The reason is, this is the best way where you should not stop investing in mutual funds or SIPs, mainly just because there is a panic in the market. There has been people who stayed invested even in the 2008 turmoil. Also, they actually made quite a good money in the next few years. So there is no the history always will repeat itself, and person who is a long term investor should not be worried about it. Now we all want to see our portfolio in green, and unfortunately, when it is a roller coaster ride, you will have to see the dark green red sides too. It's like your personal life too. If you are expecting, once you have a when we are in college, we expect a job, and we expect, okay, job is there and we'll be happy. And when actually you start getting going to a job, you will see the problems too. Not only salary, the first salary, and then you come across and see a lot of challenges. Even in jobs, there will be a lot of learnings, challenges, meeting with new people, and then experiences with those people and things like that. Then you come up with new challenges ahead. Then you actually look for a better opportunity with better pay scale and things like that. So problems never stop at one place, and we have to keep going. So every stage of your life, um, you see a different challenge. But over a long period of time, over you change one job to another organization, you will actually see a lot of changes in you, a lot of learnings which you indirectly will be keep on learning from over the period of time. And over a period of time, you will realize that what you could have known 10 years ago, you would have done differently. But again, 10 years ago, your understanding of that situation was different, and that is the reason you didn't understand that style. So again, coming back to mutual fund investments, this is actually the best time where you actually have to stay invested, and this will test your patience. And that's exactly my point here is. And the very first thing, I would not suggest you to stop your SIPs. However, you have to review your portfolio. There will be a good chance that some of your portfolio or some of your funds may not be performing well. That is very, very natural because of the sudden downfall, and especially a roller coaster ride in Nifty and Sensex in the last few months. So we in January we reached a peak, and then February there was a downfall, and then couple of months later there was another big downfall, and then we started pull back to lifetime highs to 11,800, and then we started a steep fall once again. So this is very, very common, and I do not see anything why people should be worried about these kind of short term downfalls and things like that. So you should stay invested. That's my first advice. And you should review your portfolio, not immediately, because most of your funds should be in red if you have started invested only last year. So you should stay invested for next 1 year and review the portfolio of your mutual funds to see which stocks they are holding, and whether those stocks are performing well and things like that. And that's the way you have to review it. Little The next review should be little delayed, at least till the end of next year or mid of next year, as to where we are heading, and then review your portfolio if you have started investing only last year. So ideally you should review every year, but at this point of time I would suggest to give it a time till end of next year to see where markets are heading, and then look forward to it. So coming back to the actual mutual funds, whether you should choose direct or regular, this is a very common question, and this is for people who do not know the difference. The expense ratio of a direct plan is usually around 0.5 to 1% lower than the regular plan of the same mutual funds. And when you actually compare this, the regular and the direct, you will see a huge difference at the end of 10 years or 20 years, where you are actually paying the your returns to the distributor from the expense ratio. So if you invest in direct mutual funds, that will be much better, and your investments will have a huge difference between your returns would be the difference of returns will be huge between the um, regular and direct funds. Now, most of the times when you meet a financial advisor from a reputed company or an AMC, they will just tell you a mutual fund name to invest in that. Most of the time if you are going through them, they will ask you to invest in regular mutual funds, and that is the reason they make commissions out of it too. But what you fail to understand is you would lose your returns over a long period of time, and that's not good in your overall portfolio. That is the reason you should select direct mutual funds always when you are direct investing it yourself. The second thing which you have to keep it in mind, that investing in mutual funds um, is is pretty simple task. All you need to do is register online and um, um, invest in direct mutual funds. How and which fund you should choose depends on the time frame you want to do it. So for example, if you want to park your emergency funds, then then depends whether you are in which tax slab. Personally, I would choose to invest in a liquid fund or arbitrage funds, which are one of the low risk mutual funds available in the mutual fund category. However, if your idea is for wealth creation and uh, for your retirement, then a tax saving fund, an ELSS fund would be an ideal one, because it already has a 3 years locking period, plus um, your time frame, if it is more than 10 years, that would give you much better returns than the other categories. So in this way you have to choose. I will have to create another video for to how to choose a particular mutual fund. Here I am just talking about the difference between a direct and a regular mutual fund, where you should always choose a direct mutual fund. in this way, as I told you, if you contact directly and financial advisor of a company, he would not suggest you a direct plan because of his commissions and distributors commissions. However, if you choose to find a freelancer financial advisor, who would just create a portfolio for you, then he would most probably suggest a direct mutual fund. However, this video is only to um, show you the difference between a regular and a direct mutual fund. So if you compare it online, you will see lot of articles where you see the difference in corpus could be around 80 to 20 to 40 lakhs, depending on how much you are investing. In 10 years, 20 years, the same returns would be in direct mutual fund will be much more than regular funds. Also, one important thing before I conclude the difference is both these funds, one particular fund, for example Reliance Small Cap Fund, this fund will be investing in the same set of portfolio. There is no difference as such. So for example, Reliance Small Cap will be investing in the same portfolio of stocks, the in regular as well as direct, but the expense ratio, the how you started investing through a distributor or an agent, that commission will keep on going to the distributor, and that is the reason you lose a whole chunk of money from your investment. So hope it is clear for you. If you have any questions or clarifications, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer them and clarify them for you. Thank you, and I will see you again on my next video.